Hey, it's Bev here with your deep dive work for the month. This month, we're diving deeper by not believing ourselves. Sometimes we aren't completely honest with ourselves about what's going on in our lives and our inner world. And so, what happens is we may go down a line of inquiry in our journaling, in our reflection, in our exploration, when that's not really where we are truly struggling. I think we do this to avoid the self criticism or judgment if we're honest with ourselves about what's really going on. And so for this month, I invite you to deepen your awareness of when this may be happening. A sign that this could be what's going on would be that you're struggling with something you're doing and you want to stop. You keep questioning why and exploring it and doing your work, and it's just not leading you anywhere. Um, Another sign could be that you keep worrying and worrying about something. And again, it's just not feeling fruitful, the exploration. So, one way to get to the heart of what's really going on and past all our kind of made up explanations or explanations others have offered us is to not believe ourselves. And we do this by asking, what if that's not it? Or if it wasn't that, what would it be? So, for example, let's say you're worried about something and you've been circling this for ages and doing your journaling and reflecting, and you're just not getting anywhere. You could ask for yourself, what if that's not it? If it wasn't that I'm worried about, what would it be? Another example would be maybe you're doing something that goes against your goals. And you keep exploring why and the same thinking behind it, you're not getting anywhere. For example, maybe your goal is to not drink alcohol. And then, you keep drinking alcohol and you keep exploring why, and you keep coming up with sort of the usual examples like, I don't want to feel bad, I don't want to feel bored, I don't want to feel lonely. If you're not getting anywhere, then I suggest you ask yourself the next time you do some inner work on it, what if that's not it? What if that's not the reason that I'm drinking alcohol when I don't want to? If that wasn't the reason, what would it be? So I'll give you two examples on some recent coaching I did. One client said that they keep switching from thing to thing before they've achieved their original goal. Like they'll set a goal and they'll get to work on it. And then before they're done, they'll reach some momentum, they choose to another one and another one and another one. And when I asked why, they said, I get confused and overwhelmed. And so I offered them, if it wasn't that, what would it be? If you weren't bouncing around because you're overwhelmed, why would you be? And then what they discovered was, I don't want work to feel hard. It's supposed to be hard, but I want to feel excited. So you can see why somebody wouldn't say that, right? Because kind of like the teaching is it's supposed to be hard and you're supposed to be an adult and embrace hard work. But once we found that, I like feeling excited. So I keep switching to new things so I can feel excited again. Then the work could begin. All right. We create excitement with our mind. Let's just find a way for you to create excitement for yourself that's not dependent on the task. It's going to totally solve the problem, which we wouldn't have found if we'd just stayed with the kind of first offering that had been repeated over and over again. I'll give you another example because I have one. I was coaching somebody else who is starting a business, being a coach. And so, requires her to be on social media. And she's holding herself back. Why? It's always our first question in coaching. Why? Because I'll be fired from my job if I am out loud. And so we explored a little bit. It seemed like a very low risk. There was nothing to substantiate the possibility that if she posted about what she posts on, she'd be fired. So then same question. if that wasn't the reason that you're holding back, what would it be? And then we got to all sorts of amazing work, like I'm scared to go out loud because I'll be vulnerable. People will reject me. Without my armor, I'm very like gooey and have no defenses and I'm unformed. That's the work we want to do with ourselves. So as you are doing your inner work on something that comes up for you regularly and you're not sort of gaining traction, ask yourself, of course, we always go why, and then if that wasn't the reason, what would it be? If that wasn't the thing, what would it be? Just keep questioning yourself. You might type out an answer or write out an answer and then still not creating any emotion in you. Check in, ask yourself, if it wasn't that, what would it be? If it wasn't that we worried about, what would it be? If this wasn't the problem, what would it be? If this wasn't the reason, what would it be? And keep going with this questioning until you come across an idea that you haven't explored before and that feels like landed. It could feel like an opening, could feel like a settling. It could feel exciting, and it could also make you feel a little bit nauseous. That's it. This is where I will dive deeper this month.